A Texas teacher went viral after posting that ICE should deport some of his students because he thought they were undocumented and assumed it from the fact that they did not speak English. Shocked. Here is the part most people miss. ICE did not move on the students, but the school district moved fast on the teacher. He was suspended, put under investigation, and now faces likely termination. And this is bigger than one shocking post. It touches fear in immigrant families, the way schools respond to discrimination, and the larger fight over mass deportation messaging. Serious? By the end of this video, you will know what happened, who could be affected, and what families should do next without panicking. First, let us separate the viral post from the verified response. The post was reported widely, and the backlash was immediate. School officials are not known for tolerating a staff member publicly calling for students to be deported based on language or appearance. That matters because schools are supposed to be safe places, not places where kids feel targeted. And this is where people start to get confused. A viral social media post is not the same thing as an immigration enforcement action. Those are two very different processes. Now, who is actually affected here? The most direct impact is on the teacher, because his employer can investigate workplace conduct, discrimination, and professional behavior. The second group is the students and families who saw the post and may now be worried about whether a school can share information with immigration authorities. The third group is the broader immigrant community, especially English learners and families with mixed immigration status, because this kind of story spreads fear fast. Who is not automatically affected? Every student in Texas, every school district, and every immigrant family in America. This is a local incident with national attention, not proof of a new nationwide school policy. Here is the key point. Language is not a legal test for immigration status. Not speaking English does not prove anything about a person's documents, and assuming immigration status from accent, language, or appearance is exactly the kind of mistake that can lead to discrimination. Myth versus reality. Myth. If someone says ICE should check a student, that means ICE will show up. Reality. ICE operations have procedures, priorities, and legal limits, and a social media rant does not create automatic action. Why is this story getting so much attention right now? Because it sits inside a much larger debate about immigration enforcement, school climate, and public fear. Trump's deportation agenda has been heavily promoted online and in political messaging, but the reality on the ground is messy. Agencies face staffing limits, court rules, local resistance, and the simple fact that many communities are now much more informed about their rights. Even supporters of harsher enforcement have admitted that when people know what to expect, it becomes harder to carry out broad sweeps quietly. That does not mean enforcement disappears. It means the gap between political promises and practical execution can be very wide. Myth versus reality, number 2. Myth. Mass deportation is just one big switch that gets flipped. Reality, it is a chain of actions involving arrests, detention, court processes, paperwork, and coordination. If any one part slows down, the whole process slows down. That is why public pushback, legal challenges, and know your rights campaigns can matter so much. Let us talk about the real-world consequences. For families, stories like this can cause school absences, stress, and mistrust. Parents may worry about signing forms, answering calls, or walking into an office. Students may feel singled out, especially English learners who already face enough pressure. and teachers and administrators may become more cautious about what they say publicly because schools are being watched much more closely now. Example scenario. A parent hears about the viral post and panics, thinking the school is cooperating with ICE. The parent keeps the child home for days. The problem is, missing school can create its own issues, and staying home without checking verified information can make the situation worse. A better move is to ask the school for its policy, look for official district communication, and review trusted rights resources before making a decision. Example scenario. A student hears classmates repeating the viral claim and starts worrying that speaking Spanish at school could draw attention. That student may shut down, stop participating, or avoid asking for help. That is how one post can create a chilling effect, even without a single immigration officer walking through the door. So what should you do now if you or your family is worried? Do this. First, save official contact information for your school district and your child's school. Second, keep essential documents in one safe place, including emergency contacts and school records. Third, review trusted Know Your Rights material from reputable groups like the ACLU or local immigrant support organizations. Fourth, if you have a personal immigration concern, use a qualified attorney or accredited legal aid provider, not social media rumors. Avoid this. Do not share unverified posts as fact. Do not assume every school has the same policy. And do not make irreversible decisions based on fear alone. Myth versus reality number 3. Myth. Knowing your rights means you are being difficult. Reality. Knowing your rights is basic preparation. That is why Know Your Rights campaigns have been so effective. They do not stop every enforcement action, but they help people stay calm, ask better questions, and avoid self-inflicted mistakes. Now, what could happen next? The teacher investigation could continue, and the district could decide on discipline or termination depending on internal findings. More schools may issue reminders about conduct, anti-discrimination rules, and social media behavior. On the immigration side, the bigger story is whether enforcement rhetoric turns into operations that are visible, targeted, and politically sustainable. Watch for changes in school guidance, local statements from districts, and any new federal messaging about deportation priorities. Also watch for community response, because public pressure can shape how aggressively officials move. There is also a larger propaganda layer here. Viral clips can be used to scare immigrants, rally supporters, or make a policy feel more inevitable than it actually is. So the smart move is not to ignore the story. The smart move is to verify it. Ask 3 questions. What is confirmed? Who is actually affected? And what should I do today if this touches my family? Let us recap the 5 most important takeaways. 1. A Texas teacher's post about deporting students triggered immediate backlash in a school investigation. 2. Language does not prove immigration status. 3. This is not the same as a new nationwide rule. 4. Know Your Rights information can help families stay prepared. 5. The larger deportation debate is being shaped by both enforcement and public resistance. Do not panic, and do not assume the worst from one viral clip. Stay calm, stay informed, and use official sources before acting. If you want clear immigration updates without the noise, subscribe and turn on notifications, because stories like this can change fast.